Hello everyone. In our last class we had discussed about the chapter population dynamics. So in this chapter we had seen that the population, what is population, and how the population had a great impact on our development. Then we had discussed about the population distribution trends in the world. Then we had discussed about the density, population density, especially in the world as well as in Mumbai also. Then we had discussed about the factors which are affecting the distribution of the density of our populations. We had seen there are two types of factors: geographical, social, cultural, political and economic factors. Now today we will discuss about the population dynamics. So the first thing you have to understand that what is population dynamics. So population dynamics is a study of population change. So it is a study of population change in a geographical area over time. So if you will study any population change in any geographical area over time, then it is called population dynamics. Is it clear? So if you will study the population change in this area, means in India. So if you will study the population change in India over time, like from 1900 to 2020, what is the population change in Mumbai? In India. Then it is the population dynamics. Clear? Population dynamics in India. So if you want to study the population change in any geographical area, then you have to study how over time it has increased or it has decreased. Clear? Now it is a study of the short term as well as long term changes. So it study short term changes also and the long term changes also, and the size and age composition of the population, like whether the size has increased or decreased, whether what is the age compositions, means in 1900 what is the age composition, how many people lived, or what is the majority of the age in 1900, and now in 2020 what is the if you see age composition, we will discuss in details afterwards, but still what is the age compositions, like in 2020 the majority of youth, if you will see, it is in majority in power or in population change, or in population there is a growth for youth, it has a majority. So age composition also had a great impact in population dynamics, or we study the age composition and the size also. Clear? And in a geographical area and over time, and it has mainly two components. What are the two components? The first one is population growth, and the second one is population composition. So what is population growth? Or maybe when I say you that this is population growth, there are two components, population growth and population compositions. So the first thing may arise, or the question may arise in your mind, that ma'am, how do we calculate growth, or what is population growth? So population growth is calculated, or what is population growth? Population growth is a change in the number of people living in a particular area between 2 points. Clear? So what is population growth? How do calculate population growth? This is the second question. The first question is that what is population growth? So the population growth is the changes of in the number of people, and in a particular area, obviously we have to consider a area like in India, or if you will see in Mumbai. If you want to calculate the population growth, then you have to see the change in the number of people. Like in 2000 there are 5,000 people in Mumbai. Now as for example, it was not 5,000, but in suppose in 2000 in Mumbai it is near about 5,000 people lived in Mumbai. And now in the year of 2020 it's suppose 20,000. So here you can see the changes in the number of people, and here you considered it in between 2 points like 2000 and in between 2000 to 2020, whether the size or the number of people increased or decreased. Clear? So it is called population growth. So this 2000 to 5,000 to 20,000, this growth is called population growth. And population growth has two components. The first one is two components. The first one is natural increase, and the second one is net migration. So the population growth can be happening in two processes. The first one is natural increase. So what is natural increase? So if you want to calculate natural increase, then you have to know the birth rate and death rate of that area of a particular time. So you have to, at first you have to know the data of birth rate and death rate of that area and in a particular time. Suppose as for example in Mumbai, today in Mumbai the birth rate in Mumbai is 100 people. So for today, so this is the birth rate only for today. So 100 people per day, and if you see the death rate, then it's 10 people per day. So if you want to calculate natural increase, then what is the natural increase? See, if you see the increment, then 100 people against the people died 10 people. So 100 minus 10, that means 90 people. So 90 people increased in the population in Mumbai. Is it clear? So if you want to calculate natural increase, so the formula is birth rate minus death rate. Clear? Now next one is net migration. So the first thing, hopefully you can understand that how the population growth has changed. It can change through natural increment or through net migration. So population change is affected to lesser degree by migration. If you see, its two components are immigration. Net migration has two components. The first one is immigration and second one is immigration. So if you see the difference in between immigration and emigration, and if you see the difference in between two results, that is net migration. Clear? So the difference in between immigration and emigration. So the first thing you have to understand what is immigration and what is emigration. So immigration, So immigration means inward movement. I for inward, just remember it. Okay, inward movement to a country. Clear? Inward movement to a country. And who are called immigrants? Immigrants are the people who arrive to live in another country. So the people who suppose who lived in before Bangladesh, now they came here and they lived in India. So they are immigrants and the process is called immigration. And what is immigration? Immigration is the outward movement. You just remember the letter I. So I for inward and the other one is outward movement into a country. And who are called immigrants? Like immigrants are the people who leave their home country to settle in another country. If you will see that any people who beforewards who lived in India but now they leave their home country means India, who lived in beforewards they lived in Mumbai and afterwards or now they live in US, so they leave their home country, so they are called immigrants at the process, and the process is called immigration. So the process is called immigration and immigration, but the people who lived here, who came here, or the inward movement, it's called, the people are called immigrants, and here the people are called immigrants. Clear? So how you will calculate net migration? So for net migration, at first you have to see immigration minus immigration. Clear? As for example, if you see in India 20 people per day who came to India, and if you see immigration, then it is 10 people who leave India. So, and they settle down in another way. So, here the net migration is 10 people per day. Clear? And it's not double M. Now, next one is population composition. So we had discussed earlier also. Population composition. What is population composition? So the population composition can be shown by population pyramid. Here you can see there are two population pyramids. One is for India and other one is the population pyramid of China in the year of 2015. So the population composition can be shown by a population pyramid, or it is sometimes known as age gender pyramid. Why it is called age gender pyramid? If you will see, there is a age group. Hopefully you can see the age group, and if you will see in 2015, if you see the age group in between 0 to 4, then you see them in millions, they are about to 63 million. Then if you see, when we increase the age, then the population has decreased. Clear? So it is called population change. Clear? And in China also, if you will see that the in between the age of 0 to 4, or if you will see the middle age also, the middle age people a little bit high, but if you see the senior citizen of that country, they are very less. Clear? So population change is shown by a population pyramid, or it is called age gender pyramid also. And the population pyramid is a kind of a bar graph. Here you can see this bar graph, and the age group are shown on vertical scale, commonly graduated in 5 or 10 years, and generally youngest at the base. Now, if you will see, the percentage of males and females within each of the age group is given on the horizontal scale. Here you can see male and female. This blue line represent male and this green line represent female. It is similar to China also. So the percentage of male and females of each age groups is shown in this pyramid, and males are shown on the left and females are on the right. When done, it looks like a pyramid but rarely symmetrical. And if pyramid has a wide base and tapers to a pointed top, it shows decline death rate. So if death rate has declined, then only at the top point you can see the declining of death rate. And if it is like a tall dome rather than a pyramid, it shows slowly growing population, low mortality and low birth rate. So if it is look like a tall dome, now it is looks like a pyramid, but if looks like a tall dome, then it is called then there is it's shown that the growing population, low mortality and low birth rate. And declining population means birth rate lower than the death rate, is indicated by an oval shape with the base of cutting the oval. Clear? And tendency of females to if you see, there is a tendency of females to males. It is shown in population dynamics. The level of development of a place and possible changes can be seen by this pyramid. By this pyramid only you can understand the development of their healthcare system, the development of the country. Suppose there is a death rate is very high, then that means that country or the healthcare system of that country is not so good. Or if there is a low birth rate and low death rate also, that means maybe the peoples were so educated and they developed so well, so the population is not increase. Because it is a phenomenon we have seen that what in underdeveloped and developing countries the growth of population is very high. So for that, if we can understand by this pyramid the development of the place of any place or of any country and the possible changes. Clear? And the age composition also. Is it clear? Okay, thank you.